All right, it's the morning show with Parker and Topher.
Good morning.
It's time to get into a jolly festive mood. I'm telling you, I'm excited to have Dr. Elmo on the show with us from Elmo and Patsy fame. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Good morning, Elmo.
Good morning, Parker. Topher.
Hey, what's up?
Now, I'm in season now.
I know you're in season now, dude. I was so funny because I was trying to think back to when the song first came out, and I think it was like for me anyway, it was like 82, 83 is when I had the 45, and I was telling everybody on the radio that I remember playing that song nonstop, and then I know the flip side, my friends. I know the full words, I believe, to Percy the Puny Poinsettia.
Oh, no kidding. Wow, you are a musicologist.
There you go. That's right. That's right. And the doctor part, I never realized this until doing research. You're a veterinarian.
Yes, I am.
You're still practicing?
Pardon? Well, no, not anymore. The grandma song, amazingly enough, has been profitable enough that I was able to give up my day job about 15 years ago.
No kidding.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
I know, so I wanted to ask you about that because it came out. I mean, you originally did the song in '79, right?
I originally did it in '79, and I was a veterinarian full time then, and really couldn't even say that I was much of a musician. Kind of beginner's luck.
Yeah.
But I made 500 copies of it just to give it as a gag gift to my friends.
Sure.
And one of my friends took it to a radio station, and one day I was driving to work, and this disc jockey said, "We're going to play this song when we get 50 requests for it." And they got the 50th request, and he played Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and I was amazed. I thought, oh, that's me. And I said, oh, God, I sound terrible. And I thought, but I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
I've made it.
Yeah, I say that every morning. You know what's funny? And I remember when the song kind of, like I said, there was a couple of years before it really got marketed, I think, to the rest of the country. Because I remember 82, 83-ish when it was played on the radio. And at that time, it was considered a little controversial.
It was very controversial. The first time I got a gig as a result of that song, I was played at this club in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And you could see the club, 6 or 8 blocks away, and I could see that there was a big crowd of people out front. And I thought they were all waiting in line to get in to see me.
Yeah.
But when I got up there, they all had picket signs.
Oh,
that
no.
Stay away from this concert. It's ageist, sexist, and violent against women.
Oh, my God.
You know,
One person had this sign and was waving in front of me when I was trying to go in the club with my guitar.
Yeah.
It said, "What's so funny about a dead grandma?"
Oh, man.
Well, you know what? Yeah, people just sometimes, I think, they got to look at something and say, this is a piece of comedy. Obviously, you don't endorse people taking reindeer and training them to go trample grandmas.
Absolutely not. Even as a veterinarian, probably couldn't train them to do that.
So it always amazes me how people take things so literally all the time.
They do. There were a lot of people who would call and say, we were shocked the other day. Our kids said to Grandma, somebody else, they were singing this thing, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and we actually thought their grandma did get killed by a reindeer.
Yeah, I know, right? And
yeah.
I think back to when you did the song, it's kind of a cool story. You initially did it as a gag. You said 500 or so albums initially as a gag, and then it kind of blew up into being a song that's now a staple every year for Christmas. And I wonder, with the way technology is now, this is one of those songs that if somebody did it now, they would like put it on YouTube or something like that and go viral with it. So
yes, probably, it could go. It wouldn't take as long for it to become popular, I believe.
Right. Exactly.
Because back then, as soon as it played on the radio a couple times in '79. As soon as someone complained, they took it off. And in 1980, the same thing happened. 1981. 3 or 4 years, it seemed like it was going to be a hit, but then somebody'd call and complain about it, and then they'd stop playing it on the radio. So I was going on a yo-yo there for a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of amazing to me that people would want to yank that and not see the comedic value of it as just a song that's supposed to be funny. And the video came out, too. Now, you put this all together with your own funds.
I did. We hadn't sold a single album yet. Well, we didn't even have any to sell other than the initial 500.
Right.
But in 1983, I made a video in my living room And it actually, even though I made it in my living room, it cost $30,000.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And as soon as I finished making that video, I thought, I think I've completely lost my mind. I'm going to have to, spay and neuter a lot or worm a lot of dogs and cats to get this money back. But then MTV started playing it, and soon after that, Epic Records
Sure.
started distributing it, and we had a big year in 1984.
Now, you're the grandma in the video, right?
I am. I play Grandma and Grandpa in the video.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so,
cool.
so that's
My
where my
acting debut.
that's where my confusion always set in, because I was wondering, is he grandma or grandpa? Which is he? So now I know. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
All right.
Now also you're kind of bringing the song into the new millennium as well with the Apple iTunes and i app, right? One of those kind of
Yes,
things.
I have an iPhone app, and it has a couple of games on it that are based on some of my other songs. Well, I have a song called Grandma's Killer Fruitcake. So in this app, it has a skeet shooting game. But
Nice.
instead of shooting at clay pigeons, you can shoot at fruitcake.
Nice.
And then I have another one where it has a pitching machine, and you can pitch at all these targets, but you pitch glass eyes at these targets instead of baseballs. That was based on this song of mine called Uncle Johnny's Glass Eye. Beautiful Christmas song.
How does a veterinarian come up with these kind of songs? I mean, were you always kind of a funny guy, or you just happen to be a veterinarian?
Well, the kind of voice that I have lend itself more to funny songs because it didn't lend itself at all to serious songs. So I started writing some funny songs, and then in the past number of years, I've had a co-writer who's a very clever writer, and so we just get together, and we've written about 50 Christmas songs since then that are humorous.
No kidding. And if they want to hear the rest of them, I'm sure they can go to your website, right?
They can. That's drelmo.com or DRELMO, drelmo.com.
Drillmo.
Drillmo,
Is there any way I can play the song right after the interview here? But I was just wondering, is there any way we can get a treat from you? Maybe can you do it live? Do you have a guitar handy?
Oh, let me see if I can give that a shot, okay?
That would be great.
2, 3, 4. Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah,
Walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
yeah, there we go.
You can say there's no such thing as Santa. But as for me and Parker and Topher,
Yeah! Thank you. All right. That's a treat right there. Elmo, thank you so much. DrElmo.com. Thanks for being on the show, man. We appreciate it. And get that iPhones app, too.
all right. Thank you, guys. It's really been a pleasure to be on with you.
Thank you so much, baby.